Hey, everyone, welcome back to the QQQ vs QLD channel. This is the first QQQ vs QLD update. If you haven't watched it yet, you can go back to the first video, QQQ vs QLD $500 Challenge, May 2024, published last month. Today, we're embarking on another exciting journey as we explore the dynamics between QQQ, QLD, and TQQQ. Last month, we discussed the potential benefits of QQQ and QLD, and after some consideration, we've decided to kick off a new challenge, QQQ vs QLD. But before we delve into our June update, let's celebrate that our TQQQ challenge channel now has 38 subscribers, a jump from 23 subscribers when I uploaded the first QQQ vs QLD video a month ago. This is the first time I have gained more than 10 new subscribers in a month. To celebrate, I will give a TQQQ challenge mug to someone who writes a comment once we reach 100 subscribers. Stay tuned. Let's read some of the comments. The first comment is, "You must make good money to be adding up every month." My reply is, "No, I simply maintain my job, save money, and relish my minimalist and thrifting lifestyle. I buy my stocks and make these YouTube videos in the evenings after my regular work. Most stockbrokers allow you to buy and sell stocks from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can also place a limit order to buy anytime if the price hits your limit order price." After reading this comment, I plan to create another video entitled, "How to Save $500 a Month to Invest and Become Rich." I'd like to talk about how much I enjoy my minimalist and thrifting lifestyle. Let's read one more comment. "One dip can wipe out so much of your investment that even one of the best decades for equities in history doesn't get you anywhere near back to your initial investment value. All that effort for 15 to 20 years and gone within a few weeks, just like in the year 2000. Yikes." I initially answered, "That is correct. Another dot-com bubble burst could wipe out a significant portion of your investment. In a severe market crash, similar to 2000 or 2008, TQQQ could experience substantial declines. We can expect more than an 80% dip in TQQQ from its previous peak possibly every 5 to 10 years. The last time TQQQ dropped over 80% from its previous peak price was in December 2022. Currently, it has not fully recovered from that drop. However, if you consistently bought TQQQ at $2 in 2014, $3 in 2016, $11 in 2018, or $14 in 2020, you could have weathered the 2022 downturn when TQQQ hit its lowest price of about $16, down from the peak of $91 in 2021. As you correctly mentioned, TQQQ long-term investing involves very high risks. That's why I named this channel the TQQQ Challenge. Despite the risks, I believe TQQQ holds tremendous potential as a long-term investment avenue by adhering to our strategy. 1. Dollar cost averaging, DCA, or enhanced dollar cost averaging, EDCA, for 30 years to overcome major dips in. 2. Avoiding margin to prevent margin calls. To minimize TQQQ risks, you can consider a less leveraged ETF, e.g., MGK, QQQ, or QLD. Ultimately, the choice between QQQ, QLD, and TQQQ depends on the investor's decision. Check out another recent video comparing QQQ vs QLD $500 Challenge, May 2024. Feel free to ask if you need further clarification or have any other questions. Then, a few days later, I also wrote another comment. I have also added a new disclaimer to each video as follows. Disclaimer: stock investing risks. Investing in stocks carries various risks, and it's essential to be aware of them. Here are some extreme examples. 1. TQQQ or QLD. You can lose over 99% of your investment in TQQQ or QLD if there is another stock market crash like in 2001. 2. QQQ. You can lose over 80% of your investment in QQQ if there is another stock market crash like in 2001. 3. 15 years, NASDAQ. It took 15 years for the NASDAQ to recover and surpass its 2000 peak after the 2000-2001 crash. On April 24, 2015, the NASDAQ once again reached the same level, closing at 5,048. 4. 25 years, Dow. It took over 25 years for the Dow to regain its September 1929 peak. In November 1954, the Dow Jones Industrial Average finally reached the same level it had achieved before the crash. Please invest with these risks in mind. The decision to invest is yours. I may also lose most of my investment, QQQ, QLD, TQQQ, SOXL, over the 30 years documented on my YouTube channel, TQQQ Challenge. Although I feel comfortable investing in QQQ for 30 years without selling any shares, I may have to change the rules of the TQQQ Challenge. That means I will probably sell and buy TQQQ again during the 30-year challenge period if I feel that another stock market crash is coming. I will update more in our TQQQ Challenge videos in the future. Now, let's go back to the QQQ versus QLD $500 Challenge, June update. Let's catch up on the latest QQQ-related financial news. QQQ has been influenced by various market dynamics, including sector performance and broader economic indicators. During the month, QQQ showed some resilience amidst market volatility, attributed to strong earnings reports, particularly from tech giants like Nvidia, which reported exceptional Q1 earnings. This significantly boosted sentiment around tech stocks and ETFs that are heavily exposed to the technology sector, like QQQ. Moreover, market analysis suggests that QQQ, along with other tech-heavy ETFs, benefited from optimistic investor sentiment following less than expected inflation increases. This scenario fostered hopes for less aggressive interest rate hikes by the Federal Reserve, which is generally favorable for stocks, especially growth-oriented tech stocks included in the Nasdaq 100. There are two similar articles here. The first one is, a robust earnings outlook is driving further optimism for stocks in 2024. The second one is, Wall Street is getting even more bullish on stocks. Nearly 5 months through 2024, the major stock indexes are near record highs. Wall Street doesn't think this rally is over, either, as the outlooks for earnings and economic growth have steadily risen throughout the year. The current environment is basically what the bulls were hoping for, and they are getting it. It's basically a soft landing. Talking bullish. Entering the year, bullish strategists on Wall Street were adamant that a key to the market rally this year would be a continued rebound in corporate earnings. And thus far, that has played out. Earnings grew 6% in the first quarter of 2024, the highest rate of growth seen in nearly 2 years. Equity positioning still not extreme. This shows there could be more room to run for stocks, particularly given that he feels consensus isn't currently pricing in outperformance for the US economy. Now, let's dive into our comparison between QQQ and QLD. As a quick recap, QQQ tracks the performance of the Nasdaq 100 index, offering broad exposure to large international and US companies in sectors such as technology, healthcare, and consumer discretionary. On the other hand, QLD seeks returns that are 2x that of QQQ, making it a leveraged ETF designed for short-term trading. In terms of historical performance, QQQ has delivered solid returns over various timeframes, with a 10-year annualized return of 18.66%. Meanwhile, QLD has outperformed QQQ over the past decade, boasting an annualized return of 30.64%. Currently, QQQ is already 11% higher than the 2021 peak, $408, while QLD is 4% lower than the 2021 peak, $94. And TQQQ is 31% lower than the 2021 peak, $91. For those invested in QQQ, QLD, or TQQQ, it's crucial to stay updated on broader economic indicators, sector-specific news, and changes in fiscal and monetary policies, as these factors can significantly affect the performance of these ETFs. As we continue the challenge, remember to consider these dynamics when reviewing your investment strategy, especially in managing the inherent risks of leveraged ETFs like QLD and TQQQ compared to a non-leveraged ETF like QQQ. Now, let's shift our focus to our $500 challenge for June. Remaining steadfast to our strategy, I allocated $500 each in QQQ and QLD. For QQQ, I have spent $1,000 so far. My total return is about 1.7%, yielding $17 in gains. My average cost per share is around $447. Upon reviewing my transaction history, you'll notice that on June 3rd, I bought 1.1 shares of QQQ at $453 each. Now for QLD, I have spent $1,000 so far. My total return is about 3.2%, yielding $32 in gains. My average cost per share is around $87. Upon reviewing my transaction history, you'll notice that on June 3rd, right after buying QQQ, I bought 5.5 shares of QLD at $89 each. So far, as you expect, my QLD return is twice that of the QQQ return since QLD seeks returns that are 2x that of QQQ. Since May 2024, I've maintained consistency by investing $500 monthly, with the overarching goal of accumulating $180,000 each for QQQ and QLD over 30 years. I envision this investment of $360,000 potentially growing to several $1 million. As we navigate through the QQQ versus QLD challenge, let's keep the core principles of our investment strategy in mind. Monthly investment, committing to buying $500 of QQQ and $500 of QLD each month. No sales. Resisting the urge to sell any shares throughout the 30-year period. No margin. Strictly avoiding borrowing money or margin trading. A friendly reminder. This is an entertainment channel, and I'm not a financial advisor. It's crucial to tailor your investment strategy to your unique financial goals and circumstances. I hope you found this video insightful and valuable for your investment journey. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell for more updates. Stay tuned for regular updates on the QQQ versus QLD challenge. Thanks for joining me on this adventure.